Hello and welcome. So I'm going to take a look at the Times quick cryptic crossword, and this is being published on Tuesday the 25th of March 2025, and it's been set by Mara. So I think Mara is one of the friendlier names in my book, and just look back in the Times suggests, or my log of Times suggests, that there's 5 puzzles this year. Well, the first 2 came in at 19 minutes. That isn't so great, but the 3 since then have been 7, 8 and 11 minutes. So that is good. I'm hoping for another one like that. It will certainly be welcomed if I do. But I don't think there's anything else, so I'm going to reset the timer and crack on. Forged art say is wrong. Did you know it's art say? Wrong. Object in white moonstone. Timon item. I could see a hidden word there somewhere. Rat. Rodent caught with the newfangled mechanical device. I would have thought that ratchet. I think that is ratchet there. The blue canoe is new. The blue canoe is new. The blue is the blue. The sea canoe is new. Canoe, ocean, there we are. It is the sea. Fish netted by country working independently. I don't know what's going on there. Chestnut tree. Chestnut tree. Joke, gag. Engineer building tower somewhat unfortunate if fell. Some engineer building tower somewhat unfortunate if fell. Bit weird on grammar. Looks like it would be an anagram there of if fell, I suppose. Which is the Eiffel, isn't it? Oh, yes. Yeah, very good. I can't remember what his first name is. Confirm the correctness of a time trial. I would have thought a time trial is ATT. Confirm ATT. Test. Punch chest. Punch chest. I suppose a chest could be a thing you put things in. Ruin Ghana after moving from European country. That must be just knowing around. Ruin Ghana. Hungarian? From, yeah, I think if you're from a... let's try to spell it right. Hungarian. So you're from the European country. Vacate the French Avenue, which is Rue Le. Vacate the Avenue. Avenue. What's going on there? The French is Le. Vacate Le Avenue. Okay. Male factor a reddish colour. Male factor a reddish colour. Ochre. I can't think what the red colours are. Scarlet. None of those. Desire Shakespeare. Say. Shakespeare would be the bard. Desire would be yearn or urge. Long. Will. Desire. Desire is will, I think, isn't it? Let's put W-I-L there for now. Sorted out and put away. Is that anagram sorted? Is it that easy? Detros, don't know. Okay, well, that's gone okay. Somewhat sweet, is it? That isn't though. Somewhat sweet, is it? Somewhat. Is that just a... no, that's not a hidden word. A... L'orange, don't know. L'orange, le... 19 things in the last edition originally. 19? Is that referring to 19? Is there a 19 clue which begins with N? Things in the last edition originally would be ITLE. Title. Title, there it is. I don't know what that 19 is doing, but I assume we'll need to look at that in a minute. Weakness and evil in Chelsea he condemned. Weakness and evil in Chelsea he condemned. Is that an anagram? In Chelsea he. I don't know. He condemned. That's weakness is... I can't think at this moment. We'll come back to that. Quaver from soprano. Captivating musician initially. Quaver. Quiver. Quaver. Quaver from soprano. Captivating musician. So that's an M. Going into some kind of soprano, I assume. Tremor? Must be a tremor, mustn't it? No, it's not a tremor. Notes and coins. One dropped in well. Notes, mince. If I'm going to put one in there, it's got to go somewhere, hasn't it? Well is minim. Minim? My. Has to be a letter there anyway, doesn't there? So, money? Money. One. Yeah. My well, yeah, that way. Okay. School where sci-fi film is being shown. Is that ET? ET on. Brilliant. Flat perhaps and neat the last few yards. Flat perhaps and neat the last few yards. I don't know what that is. Got no idea where that was going. The last few yards. Fix a lot. Looks like it with styling. Brush. Fix a lot would be foliate. Foliate. Fix. I mean, that X, that F and that L really look like it ought to be an anagram. Foul. A student finally drank a dodgy mug of beer. Tankard? Tankard, yeah, tankard is an anagram, isn't it, of drank a. And if I could spell today, if I could type and spell, I would be deadly today. Elbow, bent under. That W. What was that doing then? Elbow. Below. Ah, yes, very good. Clever. Nice little one there. So this is a title, wasn't it? Call. Name. Name chap on the phone in the end. Is that E man upwards? Yeah, name, okay. Private investigator neatly nailing eccentric rogue on all fronts. Gosh, is that just pin? No. Investigator inner. Private inner, yeah. Okay, so another acrostic. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. What's this? This was chestnut. May? Is the May? And if that is an M, let's put an M there. I'm not sure about that. Excuse me. This male factor, a reddish colour. Reddish colour with an M. Male is a man. A on the end of that factor is not sure. Vacate the French Avenue. La Rue, La Avenue. Road. Vacate. Punch. Punch is to chest. Bag. If that was bag, what's that going to do? Fix a lot with styling brush. Will looks like it's right. Gosh. Okay, let's go back to the one across. Forged art, say. I did say might be an anagram. Forged art is wrong. Art, say, would be... Ooh, I don't think it's an anagram there, you know. I need to have a look at this one. This is my best chance if I can work out what letters. So I've got E-V-I-L-I-N C-A-M. Let's go Chelsea, Chelsea, H-E. Evil must be a sin, I think. He condemned. Weakness. Sin doesn't fit anywhere though, so... This one, flat. I've got no idea what to do with that. Flat perhaps, and neat the last few yards. Confirm the correctness of the time trial. I did think ATT on that, but... The correctness, confirm the correctness of a time trial. Or is it just AT? Confirm the correctness is to... I don't know what that is, but I'm very confident about elbow being below. Somewhat sweet is it? Nope. Fish netted by country. Okay, fish netted by country, working independently. Fish. Is it just the name of fish netted by country, or is it a fish going into that? In which case, what fish would go in there? Country, working is on. Phenomenon? So let's go on there at the end. Country's a nation, isn't it? And nation doesn't really give me an eel. If I were to go eel there, independently alone. But I have got a chat in Chelsea. I've got a L, so maybe let's go that eel. Can't be LA, can it? If that were non, then that must be flat. Would be Flat perhaps. And neat the last few yards. Okay, quaver. From soprano. Captivating musician initially. Well, I think there's an M in there somewhere. But I don't know what's... tremolo? Quaver. Tremble? Tremble, yeah, tremble. Okay, oh, what's this then? Chestnut. Bay. Is it a bay tree? I think it's a bay tree. I'm going to leave that for thinks, if anything else. Don't really get chestnut bay. Don't understand what that is about, really. If it is boy, by, chestnut bay, by, bry, bly, boy, by. Confirm the correctness of a time trial. I think that's a T. Trial would therefore be confirm the correctness of a time, a T. Correctness would be short, Suriat. Is it Suriat? No, confirm the correctness. What should I say? Rat. E.g. Doesn't really work. And an R at the start doesn't really, so that can't be art, can it? If it's art. Somewhat sweet. Is it? Got no idea what to do with that, really. Big sigh, big sigh. Vacate. The French. Well, the French is LA or LE or LES. Vacate would be to leave, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's obvious. That really was obvious, wasn't it? This still wants to look like it's an anagram, but foxatil, fox ale. Can't be fixed, can it? Punch, chest. Styling brush fix is to... No idea. Weakness and evil in Chelsea. He condemned. I don't even know what to do with that. H something E. He condemned Chelsea. It's like heel, Achilles heel, isn't it? Okay. Achilles heel. Achilles heel there. Not quite sure what the passing that is. That looks like it needs to be an eel then, doesn't it? Fish netted by country. Let's take that from it. Working independently. Loan. If that was loan. Standalone. Can't be standalone, can it? Satyr. No, satire isn't. I was thinking it's YR. Got rid of two A's already. I've got two A's in the clue. Yes. Oh, that must be an A, mustn't it? Ast. Astray, there we are. Astray. See, I can't do anagrams. A somewhat sweet, is it? I really think that should be orange. Somewhat. Somewhat sweet, is it? No real further. If that was N, I've got no idea what will go in there, really. Fish netted by country working. Or independently. Working independently is... Maybe it's not an eel then. Or it could be an L. So it could be an eel like that, couldn't it? Which would be even worse, would it? Wellington. I really want that to be land. Maybe it's the name of a fish. Netted by country working, maybe it's landy. Would that be a lay landy? Is that possible? Lay fish. Independently. I think independently can be an I. Working. Not sure about that though. If this were flat, perhaps, and neat, the last few yards. No feel for that. What's down here? What's this one for? All sorted. Oh, it's another anagram. Sorted must be tossed. Roast. Tossed. Sorted. Salted. Stored. There we are. No example of my great inability to do an anagram. Male factor, a reddish colour. Male, I assume is M. Factor is a... I mean, A has to be that, doesn't it? And that makes that. A reddish colour has to be... What would it be? Min. Can't think of any colours that would fit that. Minorca is the one I keep thinking of. Magenta. Agent. Okay. Factor is an agent. Really? Factor. Agent. I don't understand that. Okay. Flat perhaps, and neat the last few yards. Probably an ite. I get. Flat. Straight, isn't it? Something straight. Home straight, I would think. The home straight is the last few yards. Flat could be a home. Which this that makes that confirm is to attest. Okay, AT test. Okay, I had that kind of thing. I think I'm going to put by in there. I'm not sure. Bay, sorry. Bay chestnut. Not keen on that, but there we go. What's this? Loan. Netted by country. Working independently. If that was eel, can't see what it is. Steelance, France, freelance. They are. It is an eel, and it's in France, which makes that a. Don't know what that word is. Somewhat sweet, is it? A. Toffee. A. A trifle. Okay. Somewhat is a trifle. Fair enough. Which just leaves this two, really. Punch and chest. I think punch should be chest. Bag. Punch. Bag. Punch, biff, box, yeah. Okay, so this is foxtail, isn't it, I suppose? Foxtail brush, yeah. Okay, and that must be Will. 1758. Came in very quick there at the end, suddenly. Wow, okay, 1758. Let's go through those clues. I mean, as ever, my lack of anagramming ability on obvious clues came into play here. So we've got an astray. I identified it as an anagram very early as well. So, excuse me. Astray is an anagram of art, say. Is wrong is your forged is your anagram indicator, and if it's wrong, then it's astray. Item is a hidden word in starting in white, going into moonstone. In is your hidden word indicator, and an object is an item. A rodent is a rat. Caught is C, cricket notation. And we've got the newfangled. So we've got an anagram of the. Newfangled is the anagram indicator for that bit. And a mechanical device, is a ratchet. Actually, this anagram I did manage quite quickly, but even then I still hesitated on it. Ocean is an anagram of canoe. Is new is your anagram indicator. And the blue is a term for the ocean. We've got the eel is a fish, netted by the country of France, and working independently is freelance. This must be a double definition. I'm not quite sure what the to me both a chestnut is a bay, and is that maybe something to do with horses, I think? And then a tree is a bay tree. I think that's what it is. I think it's to do with horses and trees, not sure. Engineer building a tower, well, that was Gustav Eiffel, that was his name. Built the Eiffel Tower, obviously, in 1889. I'm just trying to remember what year it was. I think it was 1889 for some kind of grand exhibition, I believe. And somewhat unfortunate is saying there's an anagram of if fell. If fell, I fall. Confirm the correctness is a test. You attest to something, and we've got AT for a time and a trial as a test. If you punch, you box, and if you a box is a chest. Hungarian is a person from a European country, obviously the European country of Hungary, and Hungarian is an anagram of ruin Ghana. After moving is your anagram indicator. Vacate is to leave. The in French is le, and an avenue is an av. Excuse me. Male is M. Agent is factor. Agent, factor. I can't think of a place to substitute those. I'm sure it's in the dictionary somewhere. I can't think of it, but A is in the clue, and then a magenta is a reddish colour. Desire is to have will, and Shakespeare was William Shakespeare, so he's an example of a will. And stored, another good anagram that I can't do, is an anagram of, especially as there's only three letters to move there. Stored is an anagram of sorted, out is your anagram indicator, and put away is stored. So let's have a look at the downs. Somewhat is a trifle, and sweet is a trifle. 19 refers to the clue, the answer 19, which is the name. A name is a title. Things, so then we've got an acrostic indicated by originally, so we've got things in the last edition. Take those 5 letters, you get a title. Weakness is the Achilles heel, and now I have to try and work out what's going on here. And evil in, so Chelsea is almost certainly an anagram of Chelsea he, and I think ill is evil in there. I'm going to take a guess without crossing off letters that ill is evil going into an anagram of Chelsea he. Quaver is to tremble, and soprano is a treble, captivating M for musician, as indicated by initially. Notes and coins are money, and one literally going into, well, in this case you say oh my, oh well, oh cool, wow, so my gives you money. School is Eton, the famous public school that comes up in the crossword all the time, and where the sci-fi film is being shown, well, E.T. was a sci-fi film, and it's on. E.T. is on, so E.T. the extraterrestrial is on. A flat is a home. Neat is straight. You've got things neat and tidy, they're straight, and the last few yards are the home straight. Fix a lot is an anagram of foxtail. With styling is telling you to anagram it, so this is the third anagram I couldn't do. And a brush is a foxtail. Fox or a fox's tail is a brush. Fair enough, good clue. Tankard, so student finally, so take the T of student, and then drank a dodgy, so drank a, an anagram of drank a, dodgy is your anagram indicator, and a mug of beer is a tankard. One anagram I did manage here is elbow is an anagram of below, below is under, and bent is the anagram indicator. Whew. If you call something, you name it. A chap up is a man going upwards, and on the on phone in the end, so put an E, the E of phone. And then and in private is inner, and we've got another acrostic here, so investigator, neatly, nailing, eccentric, rogue. And on all fronts it's saying it's an acrostic. So there we go, 1758, scraped in there with a half decent time. Thanks for watching.